Hey friends, welcome to the channel. Bob here, and here we are. Kunark has, I think, has been released on green. I'm kind of hoping it has. Yeah, so I'm just waiting to get there, taking the boat, doing it the old-fashioned way, waiting for the raft to get to the boat, I should say. It's interesting, like weirdly, like I mean, it's Saturday morning, so I think people are off. Obviously, there's around 600 people on the server. I'm not sure how many there were on last night for the release, but it's much quieter for the Kunark release than it was for the actual, green server opening. Much quieter. I'm not quite sure what that says. Whether there were just a lot of people initially come to see what Everquest Classic was like again, to experience it, but they kind of haven't come back to Kunark. I'm not sure. Maybe they're not aware, but anyway, here we are. We're waiting to go in. And I kind of, I'm kind of getting back into EverQuest again. As I said before, I haven't done any of. I kind of went to get a few more bits for the Totemic Armor quest, but I haven't really done anything else in regards to that since my previous video. It's kind of. I mean, I won't get into too much. It's kind of difficult at the moment. I kind of want to be kind of streaming and experiencing a lot of these things live with the people that can make it. But this year, my health has just been overall, a load of old poo. So I'm just finding all those kind of things difficult. So what I'm going to do today is just try and take it easy and just pick out the experience of me travelling to Kunark on green for the first time. I wouldn't mind some help actually. Not, I don't expect anyone to be logging in and doing anything, but I kind of want to make a list up of things that I can maybe potentially do, or things that I can get for my characters before they're removed and stuff. I must confess, I'm not 100% sure on what was released with Kunark and then what gets taken away and stuff. I've on the forums I've heard people talking about fungi staffs and whatnot, but I don't even know where that drops, to be honest. And I imagine there'll be a long list for that, as there was for like mana stones and whatnot. So yeah, I don't know. Those kind of things are probably beyond me, but I'd certainly appreciate anyone just chucking some stuff into the comments about things that I should be doing before they get removed, or items that I could get potentially. I've kind of still got some leveling to do as well, so I'm going to be hopefully kind of playing EverQuest now quite regularly. I'm going to kind of try and do some stuff every day so I can get my leveling going up a bit and get myself hopefully into a position where there's some bits and pieces that I can pick up. Yeah, so I would appreciate if anyone can think of anything, just to jot some stuff down in the comments, and yeah, I will make a list, and then I'll do some videos of me trying to get some of that stuff. I know some basic bits like the the earring that drops off of, is it Gragnist, the goblin, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so anything that you think that I could do that would be good for a shaman or enchanter, and anything you think I could do that would be good to do before it gets removed, because I'm not sure what's added with Kunark and then what gets removed later on. What I'm going to do right now on the way to Kunark is I haven't looked at it, so I could be wasting the time, but I don't mind, because I just quite like sitting in the game, spending time in the game really. But what I'm going to do now is try to buy myself at the Timorous Deep Pots. I'm not sure if you're allowed to, because it's an interesting debate going on. Like with the patch notes that came out yesterday, there's quite a lot of stuff that's been changed that hasn't been changed up until now, I don't think. It's quite interesting. And I'm assuming it's classic. I think some things have been changed from a point of view of trying to, not wanting things to kind of be slightly broken. Like I'm not sure, but I'd heard rumours that they'd changed the the scroll turnings from South Karana. So I think they've turned that off because they didn't want someone to just hand in loads of scrolls, and just get 60 fairly, fairly, whatever it's called. What would you call it? Trivially. Although it's interesting to see what they're doing about Chardock. I mean, to be honest with you, I've been playing for so long now. I honestly, I'm not going to have much of a problem if I can get into Chardock to do some power leveling. I'm not going to mind that at all. But I don't know if I can or not. I'm assuming it costs a lot of money, and I don't really have a lot of money. So, there you go. Poor me. But anyway, this is my journey. But I would really appreciate some advice on stuff, if you don't mind. If you've got anything you think I can do. Obviously, if it's crazy hard stuff, I probably won't be able to do it. But make a list. I'll make a list, and then I'll kind of try and record myself doing it. Particularly stuff that might go quickly, might get that gets patched out quickly. That'd be quite interesting. But anyway, I'm off to the pots to see if I can bind there. If not, well, we'll head off to Kunark. So the barge has arrived. Here we are with some dudes and dudesses, I guess. I'm making sure I don't get attacked by any giants. Anyway, here we are. We're with some peeps, quite a few people actually. There is the barge is just coming in. The barge obviously takes us to. I think it actually takes us into Timorous Deep, does it? I believe. And it's funny. Before a few weeks ago when I was kind of over the last however long period. I was kind of thinking to myself, got to get to 50, almost 51, got to get almost 51, blah, blah, as quickly as I can. And then the last few weeks, I've been thinking, well, let's not worry about that too much. Let's try and enjoy it, take it easy and whatnot. But I can kind of see why people do it, because now I kind of feel a little bit behind, because I still feel that I've got loads of work to do from a levelling point of view. I didn't really get any equipment particularly from Classic. I just didn't really. I think I have to confess I didn't really enjoy the Green Classic release that much. I just think just from a camp point of view, but a lot of other things happening this year, not just what's happening to everyone, but to me personally, kind of didn't make it as great an experience as I was hoping to. But I think the camp thing, where it was quite difficult to get a camp and stuff, I didn't feel as though I kind of enjoyed it as much as I was hoping that I was going to. Which is fine. That's life. That's how it goes. You just got to get on with it. But now Kunark's out, I kind of feel that there doesn't seem to be a super crazy influx of people. Like there was when Green was originally released. Didn't seem to be as much of that with Kunark. So I'm kind of hoping that there's a bit more room, a bit more breathing space to do some levelling, and hopefully to do some what would you call it? Kind of get some equipment. I mean, there's a fair bit of equipment back on class on the on vanilla that I can camp. Maybe the camps be more available now and that kind of thing, just to get a bit of equipment. I kind of did think to myself, maybe just throw yourself into Kunark, maybe just go there, go to some of the dungeons, get groups, and whatnot. But we'll see how it goes. But anyway, we're on the raft and we're heading to adventures, new lands, new adventures. So this is great. Some great immersion going on here. Just levitating above the water, running south to the pots. Maybe get multi-killed by Fadadar. Who knows? I think what I'm going to do, apparently you can bind at the pots, someone was saying, but they're going to take it out pretty quickly. So get that done if you want to get it done. I think what I might do for safety reasons is bind with myself facing the Ogok pot. And then when I gate in, well, hopefully I can just click the pot and maybe not get killed. I'm not quite sure how his spawn works actually, or if he, I think he roams and stuff. But anyway, yeah, we're heading south on the long journey to the pots. Hello guys, welcome back to the video. So I've kind of I've reached Raptor Island, which looks like it. I seem to remember the raptors being very brutal. I can't remember what level I was there previously on a character, but we've reached the Spires. Let's have a look here. Let's use the old water trick to see if there's anything swimming around. So anything swimming around, you turn around. Ah! Dragon mouth. Yeah. Does he swim around outside? Is that what you got to be aware? Oh, there's people. There's actually some dudes and sitting on the top of the spire there. Okay. Oh, there's quite a few people sitting on the top of the spire. Why are they doing that? There also seem to be some corpses just down there. Let's have a look. There are some corpses there. So does this mean... Oh, it looks like a shaman with totemic there. So does this mean that he's down there? And people are kind of a bit wary of going? Waiting for him to go, are they? Or what's going on? I'm not sure. Or is this where do you bind up here? I've got no idea now. I've no idea. I'll ask Toothed, he'll know. I have to say, trolls look amazing in plate armour, particularly totemic colour. Ah, so we bind up here. Oh, nice. Okay, so we've made it to the. Thanks, Toothed. When you watch the vid, you look amazing in your kit there. I have to say. I want to make sure that I'm actually on the. Ah, interesting. Nice. Cool. Okay, so we've bound. I've got Augur here anyway. I'll get my. I will get my enchanter here as well. I just think it's generally, well, everyone who can do it, I think generally does it. I think it's just a great thing to be able to go to any town, any continent, fairly quickly. But yes, we've done it. Hello guys, welcome back. So we're on the boat. We're on the what is it? Something barge, isn't it? The bloated belly. Sorry, which is what I've got. Yeah, I kind of I just bound myself at the pots, and then I heard the boat had just left. So I had a quick look on the map on the wiki. I thought maybe I can meet it. So I ran across to the shipwreck area with some of the low-level bandits. And just as I got there, the boat was passing right next to it. So, yeah, we made it. And I think I'll soon be zoning into the over there. So it'll be our first experience of, first experience of Kunark on green. I'm kind of, as I said before, and I repeat it again for about the fourth time, yeah, please plonk some ideas down for stuff that I can do, or stuff that I should get done before it gets removed. Like binding at the pots, I guess, is one of them. It doesn't look like, from what people are saying, it doesn't look like it's going to be available for very long. Yeah, so that's definitely a tick. And what I need to do, yeah, is just level, get some stuff done, have some fun in the meantime. I'm going to be doing a bit of research myself as well, and what I also need to do is yeah, like get some content done. I'm really looking forward to doing some content now. It's funny how like Kunark has come out and all of my yeah. I mean, I'm kind of feeling really pumped again. I think, as I said before, because there's just so much available, so much more available now, more breathing space. I think it's going to be a good thing. Yep. So looking forward to that. Just going to respond to someone. Kind of like, I mean, I was in my previous videos I've done. I was going to mention it, but I did a video quite some time ago about green and some toxicity and stuff, which there was on there at the time. I experienced it myself, but I think what I had quite a lot of people kind of say, well, I've been playing on there and haven't had a problem, and I mean, I've been playing on Blue for 7 or 8 years roughly, so you know, and I came across very little. So I think yeah, I think what I was going to say is that I think, like, generally, my opinion of players on the server, it's always been positive. You know, I get comments from people, always really nice. I don't think I've ever had an argument with someone particularly, even when someone's kind of really annoyed me. You know, generally it's just best to move on or whatever. You know, occasionally I've had a few words, but very, very rarely in all that time. You know, literally once or twice, I would say. And even then, I'm not talking about to a point where it kind of gets us people swearing and all that kind of stuff. That's really just not what it's all about. Oh, a big ogre foot there. I'm trying to get the best shot I can of when we get in. I guess trying to get up high would have been the best thing, but I'm going to stay amongst the people and do it that way. Yeah, but it absolutely is a great audience, a great community in general. They're for quite the audience is quite different, I would say, from an audience that you might find in like Project Gorgon, for example, or Shroud of the Avatar. I think Everquest is very competitive, so I think it attracts more of a competitive person, and I think it attracts more of a quite often a competitive kind of like younger person. So you kind of get a different kind of vibe sometimes, and when you get up to the raiding scene, it just looks horrible, you know. But generally, for me, pottering around doing the stuff that I enjoy doing, interacting with people. Oops. Oh no. I don't want to die to the bloated belly. Everyone's doing a little shuffle there, look. Awesome. Yeah, generally, the community is really, really good outside of the raid scene. I'm sure the people in the raid scene are pretty decent as well, but I just think that some people sometimes just forget themselves. Although I'm sure there are just, you know, people who are just numpties. But we've just zoned into the over there for the first time. What an experience on a new server. Always exciting when you do these kind of firsts, even if they're not firsts, like downing a raid mob or whatever it may be. Yeah, let's get to the front of the boat, I think, if we can, so we can get more of a view as we go in. Can you climb up these things on the boat? Oh, bloody hell, you can. Look at that. Cool. So we'll get like we'll do like Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, more like a Leonardo Decapitate as an ogre, I would say, and hate Winslet. But anyway, that's pretty good off the cuff, I thought. Whose line is it anyway? Here I come. Anyway, yeah, this is cool. We're at the top front of the boat. Let's get some first person footage going as we approach the over there. I think we're okay for faction. I can't quite remember. But we'll see when we get there. So yeah, so planning on a lot more EverQuest content. It's funny actually, because it's I think what's quite good as well, it's about this time where a couple of other MMOs I've been playing, I'm kind of not stopping playing them, but I'm just they've become kind of like quite secondary for various reasons. Yeah, so it means that Project Gorgon I'm still playing a lot, and I think this will probably be the other one that I'm giving time to. And I hope what we got here, what stuff's people selling. Ixar scale gloves, I think, are quite interesting, aren't they? Because they're quite an easy drop, I think, from the Goblin camp. The staff drops in the old world, I believe. Granite bracer, I think that's how much is that? Granite bracer. 1300, that's interesting. I'm sure that used to go for a lot more on green. On blue, I should say. I'm not sure. But yeah, what I'm looking forward to, and the reason that I keep banging on about it, about asking for help and stuff, is that I'm kind of really excited about getting just some footage of something different that I haven't got before. So whether it's a camp or something to do like binding at the pots or whatever it may be, that's the sort of thing I'm looking for. And to build up my equipment, obviously, as well, make my character stronger so we can go and do other things. That's also all part of it. But we're just heading in. Hopefully, I know I think you get like a cliff face, don't you? First, as you're going in. I think you see a cliff face first as you're going in, and then yeah, that's that. So essentially, I've got like about a year to get my P99 life sorted out before Velius drops. My goal, I said this before and it was a failure, but well, you got to set goals, don't you? So my goal for this period for Kunark is to get the 2 characters to 60, get the best equipment that I can get, and then then go into Velius at 60 and able to do more stuff than I did on blue, which was pretty much nothing. So anything, going to Velius is probably more than I did on blue, almost. So that's all going to be pretty good. There's going to be games like Cyberpunk which will interfere with my time, but there you go. I'll try and do some footage of that as well. Here we go. We're approaching the docks in the over there. It's kind of, I log in and I kind of look at people with their guild tags, and I kind of think about guilding and stuff as well. But I sometimes wonder if, like, doing videos and stuff and laying it all out there sometimes kind of puts guilds off of people like me, sick people like me who play off peak and and kind of a bit unreliable. I'm not sure if that's what guilds are looking for. I mean, I'd be up for being in a guild, and I just want to see what I'm sure Undead Marine's apprehensive, so that's fine. And I think there's a little camp over here with the I'll go buy some spells actually. I think there's a bank. I didn't bring any cash, but I think there's a bank that I can go and withdraw from. Remember, don't sell stuff here, because they're bloody. They don't give you the money they give you a lot less than they should. I hope we're all okay. Yeah, I always look at people with their guild tags and stuff, and always quite envious. And I know that a lot of you always mention to me that it's something that I should do, and I'm not against it. If I could join a guild that does some stuff when I'm on, that would be great. And if I'm on during the time that I'm on, I'd be happy to drop whatever I'm doing and go to a raid or whatever it may be. But yeah, it's tricky. But I used to always think to myself that for my Everquest, when you become known quite a lot, I don't know if it's harder to do those things or not. I'm really not sure. But look at this dude. That's awesome. I guess he's probably a shaman with all the thingy armor, whatever it's called. Yep, super jealous of that. Is this the Eye Strike? Yeah, this is the shaman chap. Yeah, but as I said, I mean, the whole Unfailing Reverence. What the hell is that? Never even heard of that before. Turgor's at 51. I should just buy that, shouldn't I? Even though I'm nowhere near it yet. What else? 51. Shaman 53. Righteous Hell 54. Don't need to worry about this too much. Regrowth 52. I won't get that yet. We'll get through 51 somehow. Maniacal Strength. Okay. I think the slow is pretty much all we need at this point, which is pretty cool. Oops, sorry, people. Very big ogre standing in the way. But anyway, yeah, we've made it to Kunark. It's open, it's ready. If you've been waiting for it, get yourself on. Yeah, over the next year, as I said, kind of now I'm kind of discarded a few MMOs. I'm not looking at playing them too much. Definitely excited about getting some stuff going on P99 again. And yeah, I kind of I don't know if you're an old listener, you've probably heard all this before, but just trying to achieve as much as I can in the time that I'm given. That's very dramatic. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll speak to you again soon.